Okay, so the lighting here is making my skin look so weird. It's the sun, but I am not even groomed right, so that's an issue. Practice on school. Not going to not. I'm going to practice well, but It's important not to make myself burned out. To create overthinking, just a lot of different info just exploding in my head, right? You want to make sure it's kind of in order and it's compact, and so very well. I mean, yeah, I always look tired, so bought some food. I did work out. It's now 11:12, I believe, 12 in the morning or afternoon. I don't know what you say, but going to cook up some eggs, 6 eggs as always. There's a controversial one, 6 eggs every day. I've done that for the past year, 2 years maybe, and I'm also going to have my second protein shake. Kind of feeling a bit more stressed right now, or not necessarily a bit more stressed, but it's creeping, when it's closer and closer, when it gets closer and closer. And I almost had like an explosion of just different negative thoughts yesterday. And I think a lot of people can relate when you get one bad thing, one, thing you didn't, you were a bit shocked, or just a negative thought, and it sort of sets, it kind of has a domino effect. So the first one falls over, and then different sort of dominoes keep falling, and they usually are larger. So the first one is I failed at the failed exam trial. The next one is I'm not so good at this. Failed the exam trial, I won't make it. What is going to happen with the other exams? Am I ever going to reach my goal? Am I ever going to go and become, let's say, a lawyer? This is why I'm doing it, to become, or sort of chase the education towards being a lawyer. Am I going to achieve this? Am I going to achieve my dreams? Am I going to do this and that? Am I going to end up not where I want to be and miserable? Am I, and it all sort of becomes bigger and bigger and bigger, more like just stupid, idiotic questions, just insane, dumb ass questions. And they are stupid because they don't have anything to do with you right now or your future. It literally matters what you're doing in the present. It literally does. You can't do shit about the past. You can do stuff about your future. That is where anxiety comes, right? But you can't. The only thing you can do to make your future better is to prepare, is to have a positive outlook in the present, is to have sometimes it's not necessarily a very controlled environment in your present, but usually having sort of a controlled plan, and being mentally there, physically there, it's so important for your future. And just having yourself a plan, and not having a plan is also amazing. I know people who don't have a plan, who's living their fucking best lives ever. They're living the best lives they ever could have. And there are a lot of people just traveling to different countries, just doing that, and they have no money and they still do it. They tell amazing stories, right? They tell amazing stories. And yeah. And isn't that what it's all about? Having amazing stories to tell, let's say, your grandkids, or other people. It's literally about your memories. I know I have some really embarrassing, I have some extremely embarrassing memories, but those memories that I tell other people, they laugh, they have fun, and I feel great. I feel good when I tell those stories, and I'm like, yeah, that was so embarrassing, and they're like having a good time when I say it. I've had a bunch of let's say fuck ups that aren't necessarily that serious, but they weren't fun at that time. And when I tell them in a sort of humor way, it becomes funny. Because it's happened, and they're like, oh, imagine what you felt there and there, you know. So stay in the present, man. Stay in the present, or else you get that domino effect, negative domino effect I was talking about. And yeah, that sucks. I remember, I was thinking like that yesterday, and it was just the rest of the day became dark, like so dark. I don't know, why it became so dark, but it was pretty like, not necessarily like sad or some shit. It was just dark. I mean, uh, the sun is here for 7 hours, I believe, so there's not a shit ton of light physically, or you get the idea. But the mood was just a bit down after I just had these thoughts. And the problem was, I didn't allow myself to have that second thought of, it's going to work out. Or I actually did, but it didn't. It was a lot later. Yeah, it was a lot later. So the rest of the day was quite dark until I was laying in bed, and then I told myself I was going to prove the teacher wrong, prove people wrong, and yeah. Of course, there's a bit of worries here and there, but I'm going to make sure I practice a lot. I was prepared in some way, but I wasn't in my right mindset, because I was maybe a bit rusty, but also I was in the sort of exam, the vocal exam. Is that what you say in English? Vocal exam? You're just talking, right? Um, I was a bit rusty there, and yeah, I wasn't in my right mind, mostly because of the days before, and yeah. I'll make that excuse. That is definitely the excuse. So I'm going to make sure I'm in my right mentality, in my right mind, prepared for Monday. So yeah. So my main message is just stay in the present. Stay in the present, and it just doesn't help out. Thinking about, sure, there are times where you can look at the past or the future or whatever. It can have some positive impact, but it's about how you feel, right? So if you feel that makes you feel bad or shitty, just don't do that. Don't do that. And what was I about to say? Jesus. Yeah, and the fact that if you sort of stay in the present, I forgot it again. Yeah, now I remember it. Or do I? Yeah, okay, I remember it. If you sort of stress and have anxiety about something, let's say in a week or whatever, the issue isn't going to go away unless you actually make it. But if you want to do it, you're anxious about doing it, or whatever it is, if it's about the past or whatever. It's a bit of a stupid sort of thing to say, but also you're still in the same place. It isn't necessarily too stupid, but you think about the past or the future, right? But you're still in the same place. You're not Okay, let's say you're inside thinking about some memory, right? You're daydreaming about some shitty things or whatever. And then you sort of look around, you're still in the same spot as when you thought about that a couple of seconds ago, and you're just negative. You're it just doesn't make sense, no? Why should you be so negative in the present when you're not going anywhere with it? I mean, we're human, so of course you're going to have those moments, but make sure that they don't come often, because it's not supposed to, I think. So yeah, stay in the present. That was mostly it for today. I will make some food, I will relax towards, and then I will go and do school. Maybe play some guitar as well. That will be fun. I don't usually have. I don't have anything to do today, so that will be lovely. Hope you had a good day. Hope you will have a good day. I wish you the best. As always, have a laugh, have a smile, and be kind. I hope I really make, not in the terms of that makes me feel better, but I really do hope my videos have some sort of meaning towards people, and sort of that it sort of helps. I mean, I'm not the best one at it, but it's one of the reasons why I do it, because I do, and maybe some of you do. So yeah, take care. Goodbye.